Hello, this is George Senda, the real, official, authentic, original, the one, the only, the official, the guy from Pittsburgh. Accept no cheesy YouTube commentators, imposters, or trolls, and kindly donate to the channel so I may get the scooter repaired and take my cats and Orangey to the vet. It'd be about $130 for the batteries, and I don't know what it's going to cost to take Fluffy, Fuzzy, Little Girl, and Orangey to the vet. And I am back, and there goes the Fuzzy, and Little Girl's on the bed in the last space available. I got to clear off the bed. I'm not going to take a shower. I'm not going to make a whole shirt sweaty again. And I don't believe it's 63 degrees right now because it's roasting out there, and it's hot in here. So I'm back. I broke my Tony the Tiger glass pounding ice with it. Not happy myself. I got to get a hammer, ice hammer. Shouldn't be drinking out of collectible things, but it's the only glass I could find. I need aluminum. I had some aluminum glasses in there somewhere, but I need a hammer to beat the ice bags with. I got back and one of them had already opened up. Good thing I didn't pick it up. So anyway, I'm back. I'll stand there for a while unless nobody comes in which case I'll quit, go take a shower, cook my pizza, clear the bed off, and cuddle with the cats. Got 2 bags of ice. Wash the thing out, gave the plants water. One of my poor neighbors, her 18-year-old cat died, and the other cat is mourning and very, very lonely. I said, go to the pound or a no-kill shelter or ARF and get another kitty. The baby is lonely. It misses its friend, and it's probably its litter mate. And so, hello. Hi, Freddie. So, it's sad. When my Minnie got run over, Mickey wandered the house for about 3 weeks. But other cats, when the one cat dies, they start looking for the other kitties. They miss their friend. The kitty is their friend and their litter mate or their companion for years, and suddenly they're gone. And you can't tell the cat is dead. They don't understand that. Only know, where is my friend? Where is my cuddle buddy? Where's the one that sleeps with me? I'm lonely. It's very sad that cats die and the other cat, you can't reassure them. There goes little girl. So, anyway, I never get donations when I ask. So, one of the great annoyances of doing these live videos is that nobody donates to the channel. And all I get is excuses and silence. So other people get hundreds of dollars in Super Chat. I get nothing. So this is why I don't want to do live videos anymore. In part, this is intended to feed kitties and help me get the money to get the scooter. And if I get the scooter, I'm not stuck in this apartment roasting, and I'll do more videos. So you're shooting yourself in the foot. I always get told, are you going to go live? Are you going to do videos? I went to T-Mobile today, found out it's $50 to turn my iPhone into available anywhere, and then eventually get a newer iPad with cellular. And so, how does it? I can't see. Got these mandarin oranges. They were in the cooler and getting waterlogged. I gotta eat them. And I have to put, once the ice melts a little, I put the peaches in there so they don't go bad. Well, it's not going to be till the 1st September unless a lot of people donate a lot of money between now and then. I wouldn't even get that till the 22nd. I would get it by the 22nd of August. People donate now. Give me a minute. I gotta put my card away before it gets lost in here. I didn't even get a new food stamp card. The plastic is peeling off. Alright, it's now global cooling. It went from 85 to 80. So I can see the icebergs forming out on the street now. They're sliding down the street. I hate heat. Yeah, right. Well, Nancy Sinatra ain't coming over and donating either. I never did understand that Velvet Morning song that she did with Lee Greenwood. Some velvet morning when I'm straight. What year was that? I'm gonna open up your gate. Then I'll tell you about Phaedra. Who the hell was Phaedra and who cares? Yeah, you can do one, but whether or not nobody, people donated what, a couple $100 for GoFundMe for Alien Con, but I've tried one for Kathy's Prius, got nothing. Tried other ones, got nothing because the trolls have damaged their reputation and people don't donate. Don't donate either, con man. If I were a con man, I'd be in a 4-bedroom luxury flat or condo, or I'd be in a 12-bedroom house or something. I'd be in Frank Sinatra's house in Palm Springs for $9 million. Except I don't want to move to Palm Springs. It's hot in Palm Springs too. And I watched a video with Jacob's life in Vegas. He said Las Vegas is not going to run out of water anytime soon. So, and one of the mans that Soul Sister was so obsessed about came off the stand. So did the other one. The other two, I don't know where they went to. So, okay. So that's yes, pail. Donate. Throw money into the pail with peach Snapple while you're at. And the guy in the store went to the liquor store. He bought some peach Snapple. So I guess they send it to PayPal. I don't remember. It's been since 2018. So I can't remember anything unless I look on my YouTube channel. And then I can't understand what the hell I said, 'cause sometimes I mumble, and sometimes it's garbled, and sometimes it breaks up. But I haven't done that lately. Bumbity bum bum bum. Well, you know what? A great con artist. I got a whole book on con artists. I got a book on, I think my father was a con artist. I got the book written by Frank Abagnale. I had at one point the book on Ferdinand Damara. They were successful till they got caught, but some of them kept doing it for years. Look at Frank Abagnale. Posed as a Pan Am pilot, but never flew a plane. He went to prison. Now he does seminars how not to get ripped off by conmen. Peach Snapple. Yeah, they got peach Snapple. I get peach Snapple there all the time. And soda and ice and munchies and a little bit of ice cream. Although by the time I get home, if I don't eat it, it melts. It's about 8 blocks. Let me see. How many blocks is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 8 blocks each way to the liquor store. So I prefer that liquor store because the other liquor store, their candy's out of date, their food. I got a can of soup one day. It was 3 years old. I opened it up and, well, it was green. So it was a Healthy Choice soup or something. And I went, yeah, and I threw it out. So I got peach schnapps there too. And they had a big bottle of something, giant bottle. Wow, thank you, Alicia. Appreciate that. Thank you. Never seen you before, so thank you. I don't know if you're a male Orisha or a female Orisha with that mask on. That's really appreciated. So, and Super Chat takes out 30%. That's part of what hurts. If they took out 5%, that'd be reasonable. By the way, I'll settle for. I like Alex Jones, but I think in some ways he's a nut. I think he's getting a raw deal on Sandy Hook because he has said he never said it, and yet they claim they're suing the hell out of him. So who knows? Anything you say can be used against you in the court of public opinion. So, yeah, you got a kitty cat. Oh my, you copied my kitty cat. That'll be another $25. The kitty cats have rights too. You violated their copyright. Just kidding. Um, you know, all kinds of just I can't talk here. Hard to talk because my tongue hits the roof of my mouth because I don't have any teeth. And this is pure peach Snapple, no alcohol or adulterated stuff except whatever the hell they put in the peach Snapple. This is not sugar free. That's all they had. So I'd be very happy. I figured this out earlier. Computer, what is 4/10 of 10% of $20 million?
$80,000.
All right, 4/10 of 10% of $20 million is 80,000. I'll settle for 40,000 from Super Chat. I'd be very happy with 40 grand. I could buy my apartment building and move the hell out of here. He slandered those families. Well, he claims he didn't say it. At one point he said I never said it. So I don't know. I don't follow Alex Jones. I get emails from him. And I take it with a bag of Morton salt. Well, I don't even what is queso. That I heard of the word. I don't have any idea. It's peach snapple. That's all it is. I don't know no Mexican lingo, as Rush Limbaugh used to say. I'm not into Mexican lingo. I don't drink Mexican lingo. I drink American peach snapple iced tea. I do eat at Taco Bell. Now, hold on. I got to put this down so I can put that down. By the way, I'm going to run down. You kindly let me do this memory. Freaking. Be good if I could do it while I'm drinking, like Jeff Denholm. I can't do that. I can't. I've tried to throw my voice, but it keeps going back. Okay. Although I'm sure I can get a lesson from him. Well, it's something that people ask me about, but it's not something I follow. I get stuff from. Okay. Well, yeah, it's a leftover Tostillo's jar that I'm going to use to make my own salsa in, but it was the only thing at hand I could drink out of. It's been washed and cleaned and all that. I'm going to learn to make my own salsa. No cilantro, no jalapeno peppers, just bell peppers, onion, and diced tomatoes. Make my own salsa because it's $5 a jar or $3.50 a jar. It's getting expensive. Okay, now I'm going to type this. Bear with me. Now, the trolls always say, I never met these people, I'm lying. Well, the hell with what their stupid opinion is. All right, William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, James Doohan introduced Wendy, his wife, to him. Sweet man, I miss him a lot. David McDaniel, who wrote 6 or 8 Man from Uncle novels, he died as a result of a fall. After he had the fall, I miss David a lot. We were good friends. Clint Eastwood walked him down the street when some guy was bothering him. Shaquille O'Neal and another Miami player. I think they were both in Miami Heat. Grace Lee Whitney. Julie Newmar. Yvonne Craig. I had a horrible crush on Yeoman Rand, Grace Lee Whitney, and a horrible crush on Batgirl. The guy who played Sub-Commander Tall in the Enterprise Incident, the original Star Trek, 2 guys who were hoods in a piece of the action. Michael Dorn, Dr. Jonas Salk, Melvin Belli, the King of Torts, the attorney, Terrence Hallinan, and his brother Patrick Hallinan. Terrence Hallinan was a very good district attorney of San Francisco. George Moscone, former mayor, assassinated Harvey Milk, Dianne Feinstein, Nancy Pelosi, Barbara Boxer, Eugene McCarthy, George McGovern, Nelson Rockefeller, Richard Nixon, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, Hubert Humphrey, the whole entire San Francisco Board of Supervisors in the 1970s. Who else? William Shatner, if I already said that. Darren McGavin, who was Kolchak. probably I forget names anymore. Carl Malden, Janet Leigh, George Maharis, uh, Alice Ghostley. They did a movie called The Monk. I was kind of a gopher, kind of a pet. Um, Francis Albert Sinatra. Um, who else? I knew there got to be a guy named Stan Lambert, who was a sportscaster on radio and TV in Las Vegas. George Norrie, Art Bell. I never met Art Bell, but we were friends. I'm a friend with Richard C. Hoagland. I met Linda Moulton Howe, Nick Pope. Corresponded with the late Stanton Friedman. Corresponded with Father Malachi Martin. And I've talked to Daniel Brinkley in email and on the phone. Corresponded with John Hogue. Donald E. Keough, I knew, the head of NICAP, the premier UFO reporting organization in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Richard Hall, the executive director. Corresponded with Carol and Jim Lawrence of APRO, the Aerial Phenomena Research Organization. Corresponded with J. Allen Hynek at one time. Hector Quintanilla, who ran Project Blue Book. I've talked on the phone and an email with Peter Davenport, head of the National UFO Reporting. I can't think of what it's called. Peter Rentz, we did a radio program. I've been on Curtis Thornton's podcast. I've done podcasts with Jeremy Nojoy. I've unfortunately been on Bell Gab on podcast and some other guys who did not treat me right. And I was a guest on Creature Features when I was a member of the Star Trek Video Archives. That's how we founded a Star Trek group dedicated to record video on the first reel-to-reel home video recorders. They were in a giant, stereo box. They were $10,000. That's how the Red Eye Festival developed. Let's see, who else did I meet? It must be, oh God, beautiful blonde. I can't think of her name. She's a psychic. She did a book on pets. I met her at the San Mateo thing. San Mateo Consciousness Expo. I knew. I've corresponded, or I knew Bob Short and Bill Mills, who were two stuntmen. Bob Short owns the Man from Uncle Mobile from the show The Man from Uncle, my favorite television program of all time. I was friends with David Gerald, who wrote The Trouble with Tribbles. I went to a party at George Clayton Johnson's house, who wrote the book. I forget if he wrote the story or the book, but they did Logan's Run, and he did at least one Star Trek episode. I was at Forrest J. Ackerman's home in L.A. when he was alive, the Acker Museum, and had a big argument with William Tenn, who was, I forget I think it was Phil Klass. We had a big argument on UFOs and close encounters and all of that, and at a party. And I've met a lot of science fiction authors, used to correspond with Isaac Asimov, New Paul Anderson, and other folk in the science fiction field. And I've known Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and the late Steve Jobs, and I've known Steve Wozniak, and I've met Nolan Bushnell of Atari, and a lot of other folks. So over the last, let's see, 23, 45 years. So, wow, the problem is with everybody I've known, they're dead, so, almost. So it's a little hard to get GoFundMe money from. I've known people that have passed on, and I really regret it. So, and I've seen Mickey Rooney on stage, Buddy Hackett, Don Rickles. Emailed Rodney Dangerfield once. Said I want to go see him in Las Vegas with my girlfriend. He emailed me back, and my computer doesn't have the email anymore because the hard drive crashed. He said, "You stay home and send the girlfriend." So I got no respect for Rodney. That was terrible. Wish I had the email still. I should have printed that thing out. And see who else. And I watched them film the movie Bullet, the movie The Laughing Policeman, The Organization with Sidney Poitier, and I was an extra on Streets of San Francisco. So, and I watched them film not the Tom Snooze movies, but the original Mission Impossible in San Francisco and I Spy with Robert Culp and Bill Cosby. And San Francisco in the 60s. And I watched him film What's Up Doc, the Peter Bogdanovich movie with Barbara Streisand and Ryan O'Neal. And one day my friend Glenn came out to empty out the garbage. Two guys were running down the alleyway where we lived, and they yelled cut, and they were filming a pilot for a spin-off of Streets of San Francisco, and they left it in the original broadcast, but it's gone. They took it out for the DVD. I have the DVD. It was Superstar, and he was a New York cop who came to San Francisco to look for some guy to arrest him. And so lots of movies were filmed, and I used to go, I'd read about them in the paper. Oh, Herb Cahen, the columnist for the San Francisco Chronicle. John Stanley, who took over Creature Features, and of course I knew, oh God, I should be ashamed. I should know this name. Bob Wilkins, the host of Creature Features in Sacramento and on KTVU in Oakland, Channel 2. There's always only 1, 2 on Creature Features. So that's about it, folks. If there's any more, I'll remember them 3 o'clock in the morning. So, but I haven't known celebrities lately, and I got to meet Yvonne Craig. She was gorgeous, and Grace Lee Whitney. And Yvonne Craig brought her sister, and the sister was even prettier than Yvonne Craig. For some of the outshine Batgirl, oh God. So, trying to think who else, if anybody. No, that's about it. I'm sure there's more, but I can't remember. But, that's the problem. When you get 70 years old, you forget stuff. So, and I miss the old Vegas, and I never got to see Frank on Mr. Sinatra on stage, Dean Martin, Elvis. I wish I had. Oh, I saw Mom's Label on stage once in San Francisco, and my parents took me at a time where minors were not allowed. I saw Bill Cosby perform live at the Hungry Eye. My mother and father brought me in. My mother made her D at 20, and this kid, about 12 years old, was in a bar in a nightclub where they served liquor, and I watched Bill Cosby perform live before he went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And Rudy Solari, something like that. He was in the trial of James McNeil Whitner as James Doohan. I can't think of his exact name, but Rudy something. And I think that's it. So I never make anything up. It's just trying to remember all these people. Anyway, whew, it's hot in here. 63 degrees. Hell with that. Someone's lying because it's hot out there too. I came back from cat being soaked. So tomorrow I'll get food, and Jacob Live in Vegas. You want to watch he's never gambled on slots or anything until recently. In 10 years in Vegas, but he started to do it now. Hope he doesn't lose his shirt. He said there's 750,000 people that came to Las Vegas in the last 3 years. There's over 3 million people in the area, and the water table's down, but they can go down below 8,000 feet in Lake Mead. And Arizona and California and Mexico will be cut off before the water supply before Las Vegas. Yeah. They recycle all their water. Yeah, well, tomorrow will be. I won't know. It's a mystery food. All and never what they're gonna have. And I'm going down there early. And then I'll walk over to the police station and ask them about the scooter. So I'm not worried about it. I didn't steal anything. And like I said, people leave television. There's a stereo down by the dumpster. It's broken. They leave blenders. They leave crock pots. They leave bookcases, chairs, dining. There was a gigantic table left a few months ago. It was bigger than the elevator. I don't know how they got, and it weighed a ton. Big kitchen table. I mean, it was the biggest kitchen table I've ever seen. It was solid oak. They got it down the stairs somehow, but the maintenance man took it. Now they take a lot of the stuff to the dump, and clothing. I take the clothing if nobody picks it up. Somebody said I should talk to the police to make sure it wasn't stolen, but like I said in a comment, who would steal a scooter that doesn't work? Because the batteries are dead. I think someone got a new scooter, and one of my neighbors has it. I just sat in it and rode, used my cane as a row, and put it in the elevator, put it out of the elevator, and pushed it down with my cane and my feet down the balcony, and it's in front of my apartment. I did a video on that. You can see it. I've got to put plastic bags over to our tarpaulin to get in Patty because they are pressure washing the balcony on Wednesday, and I don't want it to get all wet and short out. It did beep slightly when I brought it upstairs. So I'm going to take the seat off, cover up, pull the battery pack, cover it up with bricks, cover up the steering wheel with all the electronics, and then do the best I can. If I have to, I'll cut up some plastic bags, and I have weights and stuff. And they'll be here at 8 a.m., so I'll get up at 7. Patty says she has a tarpaulin. She's all kinds of weird stuff. Usually in her van. Oh, yeah, forgot the other thing. They leave huge boxes of diapers. Patty uses them for liners for her diapers. So, and the manager would frown on it, but for right now, I got nowhere to put it. If it doesn't work, I'm going to sell it for a couple $100 after the 30 days. I had my mother's scooter that worked, and a guy in Georgia, but I think I deleted his phone number, but he buys them from all over the country, refurbishes them, and then donates them to veterans. Well, I'm going to talk to police tomorrow and say what they're going to say. So please don't assume I'm in possession of stolen property. I'm putting you into a timeout for that. Because I have no way to know if it's stolen or not. And I could not find any serial number on it whatsoever. Maybe hiding in some place I can't find with my bad eyesight. I got to go out there with a flashlight when I'm done before I clear the bed and take my shower. And so, but don't assume I'm committing an illegal act by taking a scooter that doesn't. Well, you can be not aware it's stolen, and still be technically charged with a stolen item. I once bought a stereo from the place I worked at, and it was a used record and book and secondhand store, and I pawned it because I needed the money for a bill. And the pawn dealer called me and he said, "You need to come in and pay us." I said, "Why do I need to pay you? I got my money." He said, "Well, the police impounded it. The stereo and the speakers were stolen." I went, "Holy cow." So I told my boss, who was also my friend since I was 12, I said, you bought that item that was stolen." And that they started to crack down in San Francisco on secondhand stores buying stuff, and not they wound them. They couldn't sell the stuff for 30 days. It's just like a pawn shop. So this is back in the 77 or so. So but what do I know from stolen items? I'm not a fence. So, well, I've had people tell me that already. I've mentioned this already. You don't have to keep repeating it. I'm not stupid. I'll go to the police to get people off my damn back. But I don't think anybody's going to push a scooter off the street, because it wasn't there when I went to Grocery Outlet Friday afternoon. It was there when I came back. No one's going to push it all the way from the street and put it by the elevator. That would be dumb. Somebody probably got a new scooter and didn't want to pay the money to buy new batteries. My mother paid $450, I think, for the batteries for her. She had two scooters. She had an electric wheelchair that it was only a wheelchair, and that was fun. One day I took it to the post office. Kathy was there. My mother made dinner. It took me an hour to get to the post office. Every time I got to a ramp in the street, I had to stop, and several times I almost fell over, and several times I almost flew out of the wheelchair because I was too big for the wheelchair. But she had me take this huge package to mail back to Pittsburgh to my sister. It took me an hour to get to the post office, something like a 12-block walk. I could have taken the bus, but she insisted I ride her stupid wheelchair. And then when I got back, what took you so long? He said, well, why me? I said, Mother, you've got a chair. I'm too big for it. I'm too tall for it, even though I wasn't overweight. And I wasn't that overweight then. But it kept trying to tip over every time I got to the curb and went down the ramp. That's what took me so long. And then I got to the post office, there were 30 people in line. Well, I'm talking about people who watch the channel. I did a video on this scooter and someone, oh, it might be stolen. I got email, I got comments, it might be stolen. I'm not stupid. I haven't had time to go to the police. There was a big function there tonight, and I had a whole bunch of heavy groceries to carry. I would have stopped, gotten on the phone. There's a phone there to talk to them, dispatcher. Can I kind of talk to someone who can come out here? I have a question. And then they would have brought the guy out and would talk to him and get him over with. He probably would say, don't worry about it. It's unlikely that it's stolen. Give my name and address and phone number. They know where I'm at. The police know me here. They've been here many times. I've had to call them on crazy people, drunks, screamers, people beating somebody up in the balcony. One of my neighbors got beat up. Kitties are fine. Orangey is still thin, though. And mama cat, kitten, fuzzy, little girl, fluffy, tiny one. Orangey. Gray did not get her food. She ran. She does that sometimes. She runs away from her pouch. You know? They're all fine. And Monday I'll be very happy to go down and see Patty's 10 kitties, mama cat, and 9 kittens, and film them for the channel. And then they will be gone on Tuesday. So don't belabor the obvious. I'm not a stupid man. I know what I have to do. But I'm not worried about it. It was left downstairs. It would still be downstairs if I hadn't been, until the maintenance guy would see it and drag it to the dump. But I didn't want that to happen. If it's abandoned, I didn't want a perfectly good wheelchair or possibly a good wheelchair to be thrown in the garbage. Because even if it doesn't work, even if the motor's bad, I could still get money for it on Craigslist for parts. So, okay, don't tell me what to do, Willie. Okay? I know what to do. But there's hundreds of items been left here in 15 years, and no one's ever arrested for taking a stereo, a crock pot, a coffee maker, a blender, a microwave oven, a toaster oven, you name it, a chair, an easy chair, lawn chairs, bowls, plates, dishes, knives, forks, spoons, pots, pans, coffee cups, you name it. Oh, all that stuff was stolen. Look, I got gazillion trolls, and not just one. I blocked almost 500 people, so I don't know who Damon Simmons is. Never heard of him. I've never read the Hyperion books. There was a Marvel character called Hyperion. I don't remember, or I don't know how you pronounce that. So, don't know. But except for paranormal books and a few military books, I haven't bought a new book in years. Except for stuff on eBay and Amazon. I buy books. Frequently they're used. I even have a whole bunch of Star Trek books, Star Wars books, books by Jimmy Doohan about the. I'm probably getting the title wrong. It's Cosmic Engineer series. It was basically Jimmy Doohan being an engineer at Starship. Fictional, but he wrote them or co-wrote them. William Shatner's books, Leonard Nimoy, Nichelle Nichols, The Physics of Star Trek, The Metaphysics of Star Trek, Grace Lee Whitney's book, book on Gene Roddenberry's life. So, yeah. I used to watch wrestling when I lived in Sacramento, but I haven't watched wrestling in years. I turn on wrestling when I've seen it, and it's so ridiculous now, so. And the guys I like, Sergeant Slaughter, the Iron Sheik is dead. Jimmy Snuka, I think, is dead. Nikolai Volkov. I once met Rowdy Piper, and I met, I forgot about those guys. Brutus Beefcake. I asked him how many times he works out. He said about 4 times a week. No, I didn't co-write Star Trek. There's a book co-written with Jimmy Doohan. He wrote several of them, about 3, I think, where he was the cosmic engineer in a Starfleet of the future, but it wasn't Star Trek Starfleet. Fiction. I didn't co-write a Star Trek book. I thought the Iron Sheik died. You sure about that? And Bruno Sammartino and Boba Brazil, I saw them wrestle live when I was a kid. They did a crisscross, knocked themselves out, and the referee, it wasn't fake. And, I saw Ric Flair wrestle at the Cow Palace. Not Ric Flair, oh, God, what the hell was his? I think it was George something. I can't remember. Famous Bay Area wrestler, and I cannot remember his name. He'll come to me. I used to go watch wrestling in the Cow Palace. That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. I really doubt that Roddenberry was in the Navy in World War II and was a Los Angeles cop. And then he started writing for, Have Gun Will Travel and other shows. Moonlighting, he wasn't allowed to George the Animal Steel, I've seen live, I believe. George the Animal Steel used to crack me up, biting turnbuckles, and oh my God. Yeah, I went to wrestling in Sacramento downtown at the Civic Auditorium. It was great. Had a front row seat. And let's see, what the hell was his name? It'll come to me. He just died recently, or in the last few years. It's famous Bay Area wrestler. George Stevens? I'm not sure that's her name right. George sticks in my mind, but George the Pittsburgh Troll Slayer. Yeah, I can just see me in the tights, and the mask, like Mexican wrestler, with my club, my troll club, with a big iron spike coming out of it, a pointed spike. Push a button and blood comes out of the club. Troll blood, yeah. I'd like to be the Pittsburgh Pirate Troll Slayer. I'd be slaying pirates and trolls left and right, me bucko. Someone. Oh, poor little girl. Somebody had setting off fireworks again. Andre the Giant, yeah. It's not the 4th of July, you morons. Christ, it's 11 o'clock at night and they're I don't know if you can hear that. They're setting up fireworks across the street. Why? I don't get it. It scared the hell out of a little girl. She came in and ran into the bed. Oh my God. Another guy used to like Nikolai Volkov. No, it's fireworks. My phone's over there being charged. I have to get up there. They do this all. They've been doing this since before the 4th of July. I don't get it. Must be national. Maybe they have all these leftover fireworks. I got to set them off or something. It's illegal to set up fireworks in Contra Costa County. By the time the cops get there, the fireworks are done. So, but they're disturbing other people. People trying to sleep. I'm the only nut that's up at this time of night. I'm not going to allow that. That's a potential slander, so I'm not going to allow that. We don't do that sort of thing. I didn't hear a gunshot. I heard fireworks. There was something going off. I don't think it was a gunshot because they're fireworks that sound like gunshots. I've heard M80s go off here. That's the only fireworks I remember. Yeah, they're fun, but not at 11 o'clock at night. People are trying to rest. Remember, a lot of old people in this building. And the priest next door are trying to sleep in the Catholic Church. And the raccoons. And the cats are frightened. And dogs will start howling. Jimmy Superfly Snuka. And Sergeant Charter confused me. First he was a good guy, then he was a bad guy, then he was a good guy, and then he was associated with G.I. Joe. I love Sergeant Slaughter. That's why I miss my iPad's not working. I can't look stuff up. I called them up. I'm scared to death. They said $185 to refix. No, there's a rectory next door, and they live upstairs. It's the church offices, but they live upstairs. I can see their windows, my back window. I'm not looking in their windows. That's where they are. How many priests are there? I have no idea, but that's the rectory. They move. No, it's not a targeted attack. Pete, don't be silly. Those are fireworks. I didn't go out and look. That's been going on. I've heard them all the way by the train tracks. I've seen them go up in the air. They're shooting off bottle rockets and stuff. Oh, that hurt my arm. So, I'm in the front row. No, I haven't been. I've been too busy or injured or in pain to deal with that, and it's been too hot. I got to go down there physically next month when I have more money on my Clipper card and talk to somebody in person because I never got a call back from that woman who was supposed to interview me to get an interviewee out here and then get me a caregiver. I'm going to start all over again. And I can't do that till I get my doctor back. She went on a vacation. Let's see, that would have been 2 weeks ago. She's on vacation in France and Ireland. She'll see lots of fromage. So, and shillelaghs and 3-leaf and 4-leaf clovers and leprechauns and no Lucky Charms though. So, no, they're here to help me clean, do laundry, and take me to the store. And if necessary, they're probably not going to take me all the way to San Francisco for medical appointments. They're not here to take away my independence. I won't allow it. Help me clean my apartment. And I would put my foot down and be quite firm with them, quite firm, and say, you cannot do that. You don't have the authority for your crummy 18 hours a month. That's all they would give me. Other people have 40 hours a month here. Not me. Or more. So, we shall see. There's a crisis of some kind in every state. My friend Chris, he can't take the name monkeypox seriously. Neither can I. You got monkeypox. Hey, you filthy monkey. Monkeypox. Depends. My mother had a caregiver. She robbed her blind and robbed me blind because when she died, there was a lot of money missing and jewelry and my mother's nursing cape and my mother's nursing hat. and other important personal family paperwork disappeared. And she threw out all the banking paperwork. I got back money from her because she wasn't supposed to be right to have my mother sign checks and cash and pocket the money. I didn't get all of it. I got screwed out about $15,000 because I didn't want to. I didn't have the time, and I was too exhausted. I got physically ill after my mother died. Partly because I think there was mold in my mother's apartment. Her bathtub broke, and there was mildew and mold all over the house. But spending 30 days cleaning that apartment with Kathy, I was exhausted and got another bronchitis attack. So went to Citibank, one of the accounts, and they said, well, we went through the accounts, we found a lot of it, but you'd have to pay $6 a month to get the statements. And I go, that could take years to see just how much she took. All I know, when she came here from Russia, she had a suitcase. When my mother died, she had a house. She took a trip to Europe, brand new car, and had a husband. So she made money off my mother like crazy. Because she'd go to Safeway, and my mother would sign a blank check. My mother had an agreement with the manager of Safeway, and she'd fill it out for $500, $1,000, $2,000. Buy the groceries, and then give my mother $50 and pocket the rest. So that's what this woman did. I should have, if my mother, under other circumstances, and my mother, when I said, Mother, you're going through a lot of money here. Don't you dare and talk about my personal financial issues. She got furious at me, so I couldn't say anything. Something's fishy in Denmark. Well, what am I gonna do? I'm in mourning. My mother and I had issues all my life, but I still loved the woman, and I was dealing with her death. I sat there for 9 days and watched her slowly die. On the Monday night, I said, I'll see you tomorrow. I got 3 hours of sleep a night for 9 days because I kept getting up, go home, go to Mother's, drive or take Bart back in the bus, sleep for 3 hours, get home, take a shower, have something to eat, feed the cats, go to sleep, get up in the morning, go back to Mother's, and I was exhausted, mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally drained. She had a heart attack and a stroke, or a stroke and a heart attack. She could no longer talk. She could no longer swallow. They fed her ice. She could no longer eat. And she begged the doctor to put her down, put her to death. And doctor finally gave her morphine. Not now. That was 2014. Well, I've never stopped missing her, but she was the domineering Jewish mother, and we had issues and interfering too. So, and she knew I hated it, but she'd do it deliberate. One day she said something horrible to me, and I blew up at her for a solid hour. I started screaming at her. I couldn't take it. Kathy sitting there, and I stormed out. And she said to Kathy, "You gonna stay here?" And I said, "Why? You just gave my boyfriend a ration of crap. I'm not putting up with it either. I'm leaving." And for years, she accused Kathy of waking her up in the middle of the night by calling her long distance. I finally stopped that when I came home and ate, made dinner for her and me. We sat down to watch a movie at 11:30. 1 o'clock in the morning, ring. It's my mother. Hey, she called me again. That B word. Mother Kathy been sitting here since 11:30 watching a movie with me. She hasn't left the chair. I was gonna visit my sister. I won my case. Now it's gonna have to wait till I have more money. So, but and my mother wasn't paying the right withholding. She reported my mother to the public housing and to the IRS. So my mother got in trouble for that. So, but I get along fine with the rest of my family, at least the ones in Pittsburgh. My ones in Canada, except for one person, are either dead or in the United States. I have their address. And my ones in Germany, I haven't seen them since I was 10. I've talked to them on the phone, though. And Kathy's gone through a lot of crap, too. So, she's still every year until I'm, oh God, will you shut up? I can't take it anymore. Oh, I miss Christmas, and we used to have a tree and the presents, and your parents have been dead for years. Let it go. So, and now she's fomenting about Patty again. That's why I wanted to win my money. I could go to Las Vegas and be free for a while, or wherever I was going to move to. Just go to Las Vegas for a week and sit there and turn the phone off. No videos, no internet, no phone. Soak in a hot tub. Bring me food. Bring, like be a Roman emperor. Bring me food. Bring me another haunch of cow, and bring me speech snapple and make it fast. I be hungry and thirsty, and just have Kathy and Patty come feed the cats for a week, and I just go away, and I'm not calling you. I'll be fine. I'm not calling anybody. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm not doing videos. Just get away for a week. Yeah, well, he was. No, she didn't go to jail. Ask a question like that. Her mother was never arrested in her life. Yeah, Kraudheimer had, I forget what he had. Something that killed him. Brilliant man. Yeah, bring me sandwich woman. Sandwich woman. Dun, 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 dun. Attack of the 50-foot sandwich woman. There's a restaurant in Berkeley that's opening up. Everything has pastrami in it, including ice cream. And I think it's Saul's Cafe. They've been not taken over, but the kosher bakery has taken over the bakery duties and other things. I've never eaten there, but it was last time I went there to look at the menu outside. It was $13.95 for a corned beef sandwich. I said, whoosh. God knows what is it? Probably $20 now. So, yeah. Well, you're going to take cigars. I guess you may as well take the expensive ones like Dunhills or something. Certain Cuban cigars, if you can get them. My mother had Cuban cigars at one time when we were embargoed. She got them in from somewhere to give boxes to her doctors. She got good medical care from those Cuban cigars. Ah, yes. My mother was a liberal, an FDR Democrat. Lifelong member of the NAACP. That's why I get so mad when people say I'm a racist. I don't give a damn what color you are. You're a good person, you're a good person. If you're a jerk, you're a jerk. Or the A word. Or as we say in Pittsburgh, a jagoff. Don't be a jagoff. So. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see the "isn't Berkeley." My alien mask is blocking the word. Yeah, it's the there's there's two things that two cities in this state are called the People's Republic first of California, and then the People's Republic of Berkeley and the People's Republic of San Francisco. No, they don't like Trump supporters at all. But then they also don't like the Marine Corps. There's code. I call them Code Stink, Code Pink. They don't like Marine recruiting, Air Force, Army, Navy, Coast Guard. They don't like the military. They don't like. It's a Pittsburgh area. I mean, don't be a jerk. That's basically what it means, among other things. There's Pittsburghese, like downtown. Giant Eagle, gum bands, which is another word for rubber bands. Nebby. I got a shirt somewhere. I got to find that shirt. My niece sent it to me. And Kat, we got matching Pittsburghese shirts. Kathy liked that. I don't know where it is. Probably my clean laundry I haven't gone through. I got to do that this weekend now that it's finally cooled off. Yeah, well, I'll wear my mega hat. They don't like it. They can go pound sand. I'm doing it. Oh, cow, an hour now. Oh, by the way, I guessed 10 o'clock. I came in at 1 minute to 10. No, not bad guess. So, yeah. By the way, we went to the restaurant Sunday, and the guy tried to put me in a booth. I don't remember John Wayne ever sitting in a booth. They always sat at a manly table with his back to the wall, by the way. So, I don't have a MAGA hat. I don't have. I think I've got a Trump hat, but it's from 2020 somewhere. I got a Trump shirt. And I've told Chris and Top Cat, I'm certain that now the Washington Post put an article. We need age limits to run for president so both Biden and Trump can't become president again. I don't fit in boots. The gut gets in the way. Even if I didn't have a gut, I'm tall and have long legs, and my stomach would hit the side, would hit the boot. No, I haven't gotten a new refrigerator. I'm going to get rid of the refrigerator next month. I will clean it out this weekend. I will scrub it clean. By the way, ice is now forming on the bottom of the freezer. Go figure that one out. There's cheap pieces of ice now since I cleaned the freezer out thoroughly. But I got to clear out the whole refrigerator, scrub the door. The door is where ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, other things accumulate because things squirt out and spill and all that, and dirt. And clean out the vegetable bins and the shelves and the walls and the bottom floor of the refrigerator and the front and the doors, the left side, and the top. Empty it out except for what's in the freezer. My ice packs are in there, my soft ice packs. Rest are in a bin in the hallway. No, because then you got, what if somebody ran and were 56 when they ran, they're 60 when the first term is up? You're going to stop them from running for a second term? If they've got all their mental faculties and they're physically well, I don't think. I'm not getting an ice box with a TV on. I've got a 48-inch Sony. By the way, I'm watching Tubi. I was watching the A-Team. I don't think I've ever seen the A-Team brew coffee, by the way. I could be wrong. I'm going to get a chest freezer, and then I'm buy an ice maker. And then I'm going to, on the first of the month, I'm going to go to Walmart and get an Igloo cooler. So I want the styrofoam cooler. Keep the ice in my frozen food. But if I get a chest freezer, all my frozen food go in there. My ice packs can go in there. My ice trays can go in there. And then I get an ice maker. It makes a ton of ice in 24 hours. But I went to refrigerator. It doesn't work. And it's red hot. The sides are red hot. I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm not a refrigerator mechanic. Okay, I've been up since 4 a.m. It's time for me to clear off the bed, take a shower, make my pizza. No, I don't approve of Biden at all. Biden's an incompetent political hack. He's also senile as hell, and he babbles a lot. The East County Times approved of Nancy Pelosi going to Taiwan. I have mixed feelings about that. Now I'm spending my money on 2 batteries. What's a 2? Are you paying for them? You're paying for them. You have a right to say something. If you aren't paying for them, you have no right to say anything. You wouldn't know I had a scooter if I hadn't said anything. So, you have no right to criticize me. I have 2 fractured kneecaps that have never been repaired, and I'm in pain a lot. It spikes the pain in my kneecaps when I'm lying down, not even moving. Not to mention the pain from my toes and feet and fingers and hands, and arthritis. And it hurts if It hurts if I sit in this chair for too long. Another reason I don't like doing videos, live videos. No, it's Ham's Beer Bear. Ham's the beer refreshing. Yeah, I'm getting an Igloo cooler because it will keep the ice and the frozen food colder than a styrofoam cooler. I need the scooter though. I get very tired walking to the bus all the time, and it's hot and muggy and allergies, and I'm allergic to grass, and Then when I get to the bus, I came back on the bus, and the woman had the driver had the air conditioner turned to heat. Next time I get on the bus, will you please turn the air conditioner up so I don't roast on the way home? And I got a catalog for the scooter company. The Drive Scooter, Thrive Scooter, Alive Scooter, powered chairs that lift you up out of the chair. My luck, they would have a spring and propel me across the room. And they hold 500 pounds. But where the hell am I going to put it? I have to get this box off to Lucky Barrels in September. Well, we'll see what happens. If I don't win the lawsuit, there is another alternative. That's all I'm going to say. Kathy will help me. Because she needs me to get her a car. She can't do it. I got to do legwork. I'm like Paul Drake on Perry Mason. Paul, can you go find a Prius? Yeah, Perry, I'll put my men right on. No, I want you to do it personally. All right, but do I get lunch first? No, it's important to do it today, in the next hour, before I go to court. Ba-dum, bum-bum, ba-dum, bum-bum. So, yeah, wouldn't it be funny if I got down the road and there was an abandoned Prius? It followed me home, officer. I don't know how. It just started driving home, and then it died. The judge decided on the lawsuit, but there's an opportunity for me to appeal, even though normally if you're the plaintiff in a small claims court, you can't appeal. But I found something that may allow me to prevail. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. All I can do is try. It needs 2 new batteries, not 1. 2 small. They look like small outboard. They're about the size of the back Prius battery or a small outboard battery. I can't describe them. I know what they look like. And there's one online for more. There's one online for more than the ones that the battery place charges for $129. The 2 I'm getting over $120 plus tax. So they used to be these gigantic batteries. They were like, and now they've got them like, so. Yeah, it needs 2 batteries. But I'm not going to go out there and show you the battery pack. They're side by side. I'm not going to worry about it. I had a troll give me crap about losing the case. I had a troll today give me crap about going to law school. I said, I don't give a damn about your opinion. Your opinion means nothing. You're a troll. You're disrespectful, troll. And I enjoy your trip to Blockville, because you've been blocked. Bye-bye. I love blocking trolls. It's my favorite thing to do. I like bashing them over the head and putting them in the troll zoo. I'm not going to worry about that. Look, if I have a way to appeal, that judge is done with the case. I go to another judge. Here come the judge. Here come the judge. Hold in the courtroom. Here come the judge. Pig Meat Markham. So, on Laughing, and very famous black comedian. So, one day I'll have a chauffeur and a block long limousine. EO11. EO11. One day I'll have me a penthouse and stacks of gold and green. EO11. EO11. I'm doing this song from memory. I'd have to go in the bedroom and find my Rat Pack CDs and put them in the 2005 Mac Mini and play the song, but I can't because it's copywritten. EO11. 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 So, the original Ocean's 11, not the, and I've watched the George Clooney one with the horse face. whose name Julia Roberts, who should be racing in the 5th at Santa Anita with, I think, Matt Damon, if I remember correctly. But the original Rat Pack, where they lose at the end because you weren't allowed to win. You weren't allowed to make profit on crime back in the old days. I have stabbing pain in my right and left knee because the cartilage is broken and the knees swell up with fluid, and I get intermittent stabbing, screaming pain. I move my knee like this, and I screamed from the pain, almost fainted. Sometimes it's really painful. They don't talk. When I say my knee talked to me, that means it sent out a spike of pain. Yeah, pain came in court. I was in court. I was testifying. Well, she asked County Connection, you have anything else to say? Oh, 6 months, Your Honor. Blah, blah, blah. And she was not happy. They didn't say they knew. They just parroted what they just said 5 minutes before. And then she turned to me, and I had my cane there, and I moved my right kneecap about 1/4 of an inch and screamed. And she said, were you using that cane before the accident? Yep. Did the driver hand you an accident card? Nope. The driver never moved from his seat. He didn't open the COVID shield. He didn't come out to see if I was all right. Nothing. She wasn't happy about that because County Connection tried to say there was no accident, which is ridiculous. I don't know what big circus is. Ringling Brothers is gone, and Cirque du Soleil is gone. By the way, they're honoring the world's oldest Vegas strip musician. That doesn't mean she's a stripper. It means she's worked on the strip since 1941. She was a child. She's 99. So, I love magic. I would love to see David Copperfield. I would really love to see his Houdini collection. He's got the biggest one in the world. Yeah, right. No, she typed hard. He had pain, matey. Let out a scream, a horrible scream of pain, hard. And then he almost fainted. Well, she has the doctor's letter. She has my statement. She has the claim. If it goes to if it should go to a new judge, it starts over. But then I'll have the ER report. I'll have another letter from my doctors. Already got the doctor. I got copies of that letter. And this time I'll ask the judge, can Kathy and Patty appear as witnesses? They took care of me. Ow. Ow. I'm moving back and forth, and my knee doesn't like that. And I had a doctor tell me you've got broken cartilage under your kneecap. It fills up the fluid, and that's why you're having stabbing pain because your knee is trying to compensate for the broken bone chips under there. So, well, she has to follow that part of law that says you have to file within a certain amount of time. So, hired matey, and my friend online plays this pirate game where he has to capture chickens and pigs, and krakens are attacking, and snakes are climbing in his rowboat. It's a very strange game, very dark. Now, you don't get that in small claims court, but if it goes to Superior Court, then I can have an attorney. Start over. And then the attorney will go to bat for me, and then that might take a few months, and I could save up $300, $400, $500 and pay the attorney. I need what the hell is his name? J. Ruffington Flywheel. I know it's J. Flywheel. Can't remember the middle name. Ruffington. Groucho Marx is attorney. Groucho Marx is a lawyer, a shyster lawyer, who's a crooked lawyer. Now, J.G. Wentworth is for lottery, not for lawyers. They charge 9 to 13%. They, according to the story I read, they declared bankruptcy, and some people didn't get their money. So I win the lot. I'm not going to J.G. Wentworth. I'll wait the 2, 3, 4 weeks to get my lottery money. And the guy who was the most prolific, Richard Lustig, he won the lottery 7 times. He died at 67. He said, don't play your birthday, don't play anniversary, don't play quick mix. Follow which lottery numbers come up the most and use those. I looked up some of mine. and 3 of them come up pretty often. The other one of them doesn't come up at all. I may have to change my lottery numbers, but that was the age I was when the lottery started. Been over 30 years. I think that was the age I was. Yeah, cash now. It's a problem. I'm going to pay them 13%. I'd rather put the 13% into stocks or bonds or investments than pay them 13% of my money. And think about the guy who just won the Mega Millions, got $750,000 million, and well, remember 1 and 1 will come up 3, 5, 7, 11, and 13. You never know what the hell. COVID, that's another thing. We were locked down for 2 or 3 months, and then the trolls tried to get me evicted. If I'd been in better shape and in a more shape of emotional, instead of dealing with the manager coming here every few days and inspecting me, I would have remembered about going to court. But I wasn't. After that airbed threw me to the floor. The tile floor is sitting right in front of me. I had the sofa bed then. No, I had the airbed, and then we got rid of the sofa bed. It hit me on the head when an earthquake hit the building. Forgot. Patty was helping me move the sofa bed downstairs. We were 6 steps, and one earthquake hit this building from San Ramon, travel all the way to Martinez. Thing clobbered me on the head. I had headaches for 9 days and a concussion. But I got thrown to the floor and was screaming in pain with that. So, and I don't know if we'll ever get rid of COVID. There'll be 8 million variants. All right, I'm going to quit this because I am tired. My eyes are starting to go out of focus. So thank you for coming in. Thank you for the donation. Have a great night. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Stay dry. Hydrate yourself. Stay cool. Dive in the pool. If you don't have a pool, dig one. I'll catch you tomorrow. I got a roll of quarters, do coin roll hunting for the 987,332nd time. We will see if there's any silver or no silver in the roll of quarters. Couldn't afford to buy anymore. One day, if I win the lotto, I'll go into a bank. I'll want me $500 worth of quarters. Give it to me now. I want to go through all these quarters at once. Have quarters overflowing my computer table, falling on the floor like raindrops, like meteor showers. Go through all them quarters. I don't worry about laundry money for a while. That's another thing. When I move out, I would have a washer and dryer of my very own. You get this little washer and dryer. You hook them up to your sink. You get a vent out the window, and you don't have to go to a laundromat no more. You got a wash and dryer of your own. A minute General Electric makes those, I think, one of those people. Oh, I couldn't walk. Yeah, coil roll hunting. Yeah, all silver. No, I couldn't walk. Because first the bus threw me on the handicap seats. I couldn't walk without screaming for 4 or 5 months. You could ask Patty. She took me to the ER screaming in pain when I tried to take a shower. Pain radiated up my foot to my shoulder and almost passed out. I put one foot in the bathtub and screamed. Then she drove me to the hospital. I was screaming the whole way. I mean, at the top of my lungs. It was really horrible. Then they sat me down in the emergency room. They got my name. They got my ID. You've been here before? Yeah. Have you been out of the country? No. You been to Africa? No. Have you seen Congorilla or Congo Bill? No. Have you been around anybody with COVID? No. Do you have any symptoms? No. The first time I heard COVID, what the hell is COVID? So I have to wait for this particular agency to tell me if the special COVID rule they put into effect is still in effect. And it was in effect at a time I was supposed to file my case, and it was in effect, then I didn't have to file my case on time. So it's rather complicated. No, Patty didn't want anybody else in her life. Thank you. Nothing against your father, grandfather, but she is quite happy being single. She had children, she's done. No, because they think they won. Technically, under the law, they won, but I have a right to appeal if I found judicial error. That's how I'm going to try to win. Well, look, little girl wants to be on the bed, and the bed is full of salsa chips, my wallet, a bag, toilet paper, bag of bottles and cans. Patty doesn't need love. Patty wants money. Patty wants a house. Patty wants a new car. Patty needs to go on The Price is Right. Then she could see if what the hell was that guy's name? Drew something, not Drew Pearson. Whatever the hell his name is, he had a show. I can't remember his last name. Big heavy set guy. I don't know if he's lost weight or not, but I like watching him. He's fun. Of course, I eat in bed. Where am I going to go? See, the problem is if I watch YouTube on the TV, then I got to turn the TV off when I go to sleep. I watch Tubi, I watch Amazon Prime, I watch Pluto TV, I watch Paramount TV on my iPad. That's the one I won't charge right. Okay, I gotta quit because my leg is starting to really hurt. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Thank you for... No, Bob Barker retired. I know if you're aware of that or not. He retired, and make sure you spay and neuter your pets. And adopt. That's what he said at the end of every... I watched Bob Barker back in the 50s. No, I watched Bob Barker on other shows. I'm sorry, I watched Bill Cullen back in the 50s. My apologies. But Barker was there for years. But Drew, yeah, and I shake him out and back him up. So, and I'd like to be the lifelike, yeah, Alex Trebek. Oh yeah, I was considered once for Jeopardy. They never did call me. I don't have a kitchen table, and it wouldn't fit in the kitchen. I got a small kitchen. This is my kitchen table when I eat something. Or on my milk crate here with the cans of chili. That's my kitchen table. God, what the hell? Drew Carey? Is that his name? I don't know from Ray Combs. There's one guy who was in Family Feud. He killed himself. They fired him and he committed suicide. And of course, we had Richard Dawson. So, and the black guy. The black guy who I can't remember his name either, but he's funny. Kathy eats in the bathroom. I've eaten once or twice in the bathroom. No, I got a chance. They were considering to have me as a guest on Jeopardy, a player. I was one of only 3 people or 5 people in the country to find they had a wrong. They had to go back and redo it. They had a wrong Final Jeopardy answer, and I called them up. But I said, "Hey, your answer about FDR." And Anton Cermak, and I think it was Zangara, but don't quote me. He tried to assassinate FDR, and he killed the mayor of Chicago in Miami when FDR was president-elect but not president at a rally. The guy was a nut. They executed him. But you said the assassination attempt of the president, he wasn't president yet. And when I used to play Trivial Pursuit, it got to the point where no one played with me because I knew all the answers. I've read so much, I knew all the answers because that's back in the 80s when I lived in Sacramento. So, yeah, but they'd ask me something like 16th century Flemish art. Oh, yeah, there used to be art. Before Alex Trebek, there was Art somebody as a host. And Don Porto is the announcer for several Goodman Todman shows. He died of a heart attack at the airport, like poor Stanton Friedman. But 16th century Flemish art, and I'd say, Dan, fuck if I know, Alex. I don't know. Excuse my language. I don't know anything about Flemish art. What's a Flemish? I think it's a Belgian guy with a painting with paint by numbers. One of them guys. Sorry for saying that word, but I had to say it because they came up with weird categories on Jeopardy that you've never heard of. I don't know that damn answer. It's better than Wheel of Fortune, I'll tell you that. Oh, she's okay. She just has some medical problems, but you've got to be kidding me. American Gladiators? No, I am not swinging over no rope, climbing no ladders that we used to have in gym class in 1965. I am not battling with boppers with my legs and my back. No. I'll tell you how American Gladiator I'll be. You give me the remote. That's my Gladiator right there. I'll change the channel. When Ben Stein doesn't give me enough money. I like Ben Stein. He's a very brilliant conservative writer, too. And can be very funny. But no, I'm not going on American Gladiators. I'll go in American Gladiators for only one reason. If I get to have the other side be trolls, and now in this corner, trolls in this corner is George Senda. Trolls are running terror because I'm gonna take care of them suckers. If I ever win the lotto, I'm building a couple of catapults. Okay, it's George Senda live. Today I have Barnell Melgab, and he's going to test fire my catapult. I think so. He was in the last selection, I believe, but I could be wrong. Or 2016. Win the guy from Pittsburgh money. It'll be the shortest game show in history. I got $24 in the bank. You ain't going to win much money from me. And I spend it on cat food, so. No, win Mr. Beast's money. That's what I need. 20,450,000 what he makes a year off on YouTube. I'd buy that for $1. Could I buy a percentage of Mr. Beast on one of these online stock market things? You know, I got $5. How much of Mr. Beast do I get for $5? You know. Oh, I could do the other thing, American Gladiators with trolls. Just hobble over my cane, throw the can under their ankles, make them go on the floor, and I sit on them, pretend they're up and down like this. Get off me, get off me, get off me. You're gonna stop aggravating me, stop slandering me? No, I hate you. You're a con man, you're evil, you be Kathy. Well, just keep jumping up and down, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. All 340 pounds of me until there's nothing left you but goo. They give up after a while. Well, first sign his blank check. Give me your routing number and your account number and your PayPal account and whatever else accounts you are, and transfer all those routers and stuff over to my control. Never heard of who? Mr. Beast? You never heard of Mr. Beast? One of the biggest guys in the internet. Now here's something crawling across me. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. Mr. Beast makes $20 million a year. Yeah, I can do celebrity unboxing. Who would you have? Christina Hendricks helped me celebrity unbox. And that beautiful blonde that did the Carl's Jr. commercials, whose name escapes me, but I think her name was Austin or something like that. God, she's gorgeous. But celebrity unboxing. Put Christina Hendricks in a box, and I get to unbox her, and then I make Kathy battered in hell. But she's buried. What the hell is her name? I can't remember. But can't have the old guy from the 50s. He's dead. Senior Wenceslas, $40. All right, okay. All right, see. Or sadly, Mel Blanc. What is your name? Cy. What do you do? You work for a living? She did that with Jack Benny and several other people. Very funny stuff. Yeah, Hendrix is gorgeous though. Oh God. I've never watched Mad Men except for clips. I never get to see anything all the way except for the A-Team. Oh, I forgot. I met Mr. T autographing his new comic book. I had that before I lost my storage. An autographed Mr. T comic book. Oh, Pinky Lee I saw in person at Kennywood, and I cried. He scared me. So that's a long Pinkus Lee. He had a heart attack on stage, or killed his career. Literally on the kid show, he had a heart attack. There went his career in the 50s, but very funny man. He can be seen on YouTube. Pinky Lee. And I also saw, I never met him, I saw Joe Pine in LA, and I saw George Putnam. I have no idea. I suspect he's a liberal. I don't care. Kirstie Alley's, I had a horrible crush on her when she played Sobek. I wrote her. Every guy I know wanted to pun par with you. She wrote me back on Twitter. Laughed. So, Well, I have upper body stance if I don't move my shoulders much, because then it hurts. So, don't lift the 40-pound box of cat litter in your arms and carry it into the bathroom. My back is still hurting. So, but I don't care what politics they have. Kirstie Alley Prime, which she's got grandchildren. I went, oh my God, she's older than I thought. But I still had a horrible crush on her too. Every guy I knew when they saw Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan was thinking, oh my God, she's beautiful. So, look, Captain. I liked her belly than Shelley Long. Belly. I liked her better than Shelley Long on Cheers. It's Alfred Hitchcock is one thing, Twilight Zone another. Outer Limits could be scary. Kathy loves Outer Limits. She doesn't like Twilight Zone. I don't know how she feels about it. Good evening. Tonight we will have a story of evil trolls who find out that it's a bad idea to screw with the guy from Pittsburgh, and they, well, I won't ruin the story, but now a word from the sponsor. He keeps bothering me all the time. He's very annoying, cheeky fellow that he is, the sponsor, but he pays the bills. I don't know if she's a Scientologist or not, but if I met her in 19, whatever it was, they're doing a director's cut of, they're coming out director's cut of Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. But I wouldn't have cared what religion she pronounced. Just, I want to be trapped in the elevator with her and Dolly Parton for about a week and a half, you know. We're going to starve to death. Well, I cut some Cheez-Its and some of those weird orange cheese crackers. We'll survive. Here, I'll just break off a little piece. So, yeah, Christine. I forgot. I met one other person. She was selling a calendar for cancer with Elizabeth Taylor and other famous luminaries I met, and oh my God, she was gorgeous. Low cut top too. Lonnie Anderson. Oh my God. I told her that he's dead now. Burt Reynolds was a fool. Now she's married an attorney. It's a very happy life. But I lost my calendar when I lost my story. Autographed Lonnie Anderson calendar. So. In this bookstore was in the San Francisco Center where Nordstrom's was. So I didn't like that character. She was Jane something or other, and she took over in a show. Jane Badler. She was evil. My girlfriend didn't realize, so she saw V. She has V on DVD. That Richard England was on there as one of the aliens that went um, and helped the humans. Richard England's supposed to be a real sweetheart. So, the other guy I would love to meet, because I love old cars, I would love to meet Jay Leno and go in his garage for a while. Got any spare cars you don't need, like usable discards? We need a couple cars, you know. So, okay, that's it. I'm starting to fade. I'm starting to turn to a pile of goo. I gotta go. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Have a great night. Have a great day tomorrow. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. Stay dry. Jump in the pool. Jump in the sprinkler. Jump in the slip and slide. Go into an ice cream parlor. Go into a freezer, a commercial freezer. Go into the meat locker for a while. Don't breathe the meat fumes. Buy some ice. Go get the ice cream truck. Buy some ice cream to cool off. So, yeah. Well, I just want enough to take care of Kathy, Patty, me, and help out all the people who have helped me out and help homeless kitties and homeless dogs and homeless veterans. So, who kept us free. Met a guy who was in the Navy and he was at Pearl Harbor. So there's still a few of those guys around. Met him at Walmart last week. Yeah, wet, wet, wet. I'll make me my own seal, and then I could have not Navy SEAL, although that would be useful to go after the trolls. Jimmy, you went after Bin Laden. Can you take out the trolls? We're sure, George. We love you. And I love Richard Marchenko and his books. May he rest in peace. So Patty is very nice to me. I like Patty a lot. There are times she gets a little annoying, but I'll buy her Monopoly house. I'm evil. She wants to borrow $500 to make buy a car. I said, "Where's my Monopoly?" She said, "I'll give it to you in a wet sack." Age in the cat box for about 2 weeks. She got really bad. I like to pull her legs sometimes. Have fun, you know. You want money? Yeah. $500. You don't meet my qualifications. What is this? So if I had like $750 million, I would volunteer all the trolls for a trip to Mars. Oh, I'm sorry, we forgot the auction supplying the food. But you're going to be the first men on Mars, and women if there are any women trolls. Yeah, we went to Demolition Derby when I was a kid. Last thing, and I gotta go. And they were racing. Yeah, she's 70 years old, but it's plastic. But I forgot. I have never met her. I have a crush on Barbara Eden, TD. Um, and I still got a crush, even though she's old now, on Barbara Feldman, who looked just like Julie, except Julie was bustier. My first girlfriend, my beloved Julie. We had Demolition Derby with Rolls Royces, Cadillacs, Jaguars, Mercedes, ambulances, tow trucks, buses. That was great. I don't hate the Russians that much. Oh, that basketball woman, she got 9 years in the gulag. You take a whole bunch of cars, you put them in an arena with dirt. They drive around and they hit each other until the cars fall apart, can't run anymore. And the winner is the last car standing. No, I wouldn't. No. I've not met Dolly Parton. I have a picture of Dolly that she actually posed for. She's wearing a knit thermal top, but it's see-through, and she's got nothing on underneath it from the waist up. And I went, oh my God! I bought that on eBay. If I ever meet her, would you sign this, please? I'd probably turn beet red, but yeah, Cat. It was yellow light. She'd go right through them, you know. But you run into you. I watched. It was great. I was about 12 years old. I thought it was the greatest thing. One of the greatest things I ever saw. They're running in Rolls Royces, Cadillacs, Jaguars, Lincolns, all expensive cars, ambulances, buses, school buses, vans, trucks. And 9 weed. She had weed. I didn't know what the hell she. You haven't ridden next to her when she's driving through yellow light and the light's about to change and cars are trying to move this way. Finally got fed up one day and I stopped the damn car, not the word I used. I don't give a damn what you do when you're driving a car, but if I get hit and killed, I'm gonna come back and kill you. Quit going through yellow lights. I finally got her to stop doing that. Scared the hell out of me. Okay, that's it. I gotta turn the fans on before I pass out here. Have a great night, people, and stay cool and hydrated. I'll catch you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll catch you tomorrow. But I might be able to hold you because I don't have a really big net and my arms would hurt. Bump, ba-da-dum, bump. Bye-bye.